This is Pinak, founder from VOLFLOW AI. So I had got a chance to interact with some of my future customers today. So those who have a lot of queries on the product, what is this product, how can it help them in trading, and there are many questions on the pricing, what is the unique product about it. So I'll try to answer all the product questions related to the product and also give a demo. So this video is in English and I'll have one more video on Hindi as well, right? So as you can see, right, I have opened the chart of Bank Nifty future. This is where the price you can see, right? So this is the pricing of Bank Nifty as in the right hand side. So this is 915, 918 candle, right? So you might see what are these numbers, right? So you have used some of the trading view charts or any charts from your broker which just give you some open, high, low, close, right? So this is a candle, we call it as VOLFLOW, right? VOLFLOW candle because it tracks the volume that flows and it distributes the volume across the candle, right? At both sides of the candles you see numbers. So the left hand side is basically the sellers, aggressive sellers, and the right hand side is the buyers, right? So that's how we conceptualize it, right? And this product is not one of the product that is traditionally like order flow. If you have seen order flow products, some of you might have experience with that, but this is not exactly order flow. It is VOLFLOW. I'll explain why I call it as VOLFLOW as a different branding, because if you look at the setting, right, currently I'm running a seller tick chart with candle value of 100, and the model is basically the AI model who is doing the job, that is up down, and the model aggregation is 40. So these are the default settings, you leave it to default, right? So this is what the product is doing, right? Once you select your instrument and do this, it will plot your candle because the market is off now, so it's not giving any live thing. I'll also show you a live thing and make you understand. So now let's talk about these numbers, right? So this is the unique thing about the candle. So it will make clusters, right? You can see the cell cluster here. Here is also a group of cluster because these are zero, so I'm considering this as a cluster. So as today market open as gap down, right? If you open the, here is the previous day, the market open as a gap down, right? And after gap down it try to go low, right? But it is not like suddenly it goes low. It kind of from the first thing you saw here, right, it went up to here and suddenly come back. So it is not never advisable to take the trade in the first 15 minutes. So if you are following that principle, you should avoid trade. But I'm here to explain where exactly you should take that trade. I mean, you have to observe the market, how the behavior is. I mean, doesn't matter if it is going down, you suddenly go and kicks in. That's what you should never do, right? So as you can see what happened here, 8,000 orders executed, right? It's a good number keeping at today's volume, right? It's the highest number of the first candle. Suddenly what happened? Some buyers say, okay, let's trap you, right? They started trapping. That's the reason. Obviously market has to go down, but imagine this guy who has sold 8,000 order. If he's a big guy, he has other quantities, that's good enough, but this quantity is a good enough quantity for the high frequency trader to trap him. So they got trapped, right? You see, market reverse. So obviously it should not reverse because of 8 times good quantity. It should reverse slightly here and go down, but it doesn't happen like that. It simply went up, right? Went up, but why it is going up? To get more liquidity, right? And where is the liquidity? The liquidity is here. Obviously you'll see this after the candles are formed, but the liquidity is here, right? Because you see a lot of transactions are happening. And I mean the pattern here is totally not in a sync, but this is not the pattern you should take the trade, but you should observe. That's what I'm trying to explain. Now what happened here? See this group of people, why again it's going down? Why I mean there is a possibility of one trade, but if you're an experienced trader you can take a trade here, but otherwise you're a new guy, newcomer, you can simply observe this. So what happened here? You see volume, somebody, because there is a bounce back, some guys saw some buying opportunity here. What they have done, 1400, 900, 600, 600, this quantity they have buy. What happened? Got trapped, right? This guy got trapped. So now this is where you see series of clusters. So when people are entering, there will be red, it is getting formed. I'll show you a demo account how it is formed, but these red things are getting formed. Now here you can have a one lot, right? Up-put. So this is where again market goes to the low level again, right, to this level. but it is again not ready. The buyers are still here because there is a good amount of quantity here. They saw only single quantity is the initial stage, so it's a spike happened, but here it is a good trade quantity by the time you reach 9:30. So 9:30 there might be a lot of people here, right? Good amount of people, 5,000 people, 2,000 seller, 2,000, good number of cluster. So again they try to trap this guy and reverse the market. I mean, this candle again goes back to here. Why? Market is not in a good to do 300 400 points stop upside. No, market is not in that mood. But here some traders are still sitting, like limit, you can say limit sellers maybe, right? Because these sellers are getting trapped and this limit sellers is here, so again they took the market to this level. Now you see they have to see a number here which is good enough. Good number means like in buying side 2000, 1000, 1500, that. So you see a number here, again you saw the number, then again got trapped. So the market kind of rebelled here, back and forth. So in this kind of situation, position sizing is your friend, right? How you'll find that? Maybe you have attempted here, you got out here, right? And how do you see you got out? I mean, when I explain, let's say, imagine there is a cluster here. The moment you see price spiked up here, you should get out from your put trade. Imagine you have entered your put trade here. The moment you see a bunch of cluster and somehow the price spiked up here, this is, let's say, imagine the cluster. If I mark a line here, I don't have line right now, but it's a 550,000, 530. Okay, imagine this line is 530, this line is 498, almost 30 points. So even if these people are there, market suddenly jumped up and you saw there is a green thing forming here. I mean, not here but here, right? Because this candle kind of closed here. So these people are getting in, right? That's the beauty, right? That's how the this VOLFLOW will help you. So you see here these people are entering. That means what? They're not interested right now to take this up. So and somewhere here the yellow line forms, right? This yellow line is here and this jumped. So you should obviously quit the moment you see the price is spiked up and crossing this level, this range, right, above 530. You should quit your trade. So if you are a put guy, you somehow entered here looking at this cluster, which is one way of entering a trade. When you see a lot of red, you can enter or exit, buy or put enter, right? And when you see the price move above this cluster, you should exit. There are some people, those who do range trading, but they cannot be accurate in their numbers, right? So they can take help of this. But again, this is not a good example because the market was trying to figure out where to go. Maybe one chance would be possible that it may again go back to the previous day, closing, and again come back from there. That was one opportunity, but it didn't happen. Sellers were kind of closed it here. So again market came back here to retest, and some people might think that with this candle it will go again up. That was one possibility, but again it didn't happen, right? See this, what happened here? Why it will not go up? Because you see here 3000, right? 1000 is a good number in this cluster. If you imagine this area only, there are good amount of buyers than sellers. Sellers numbers are under 3 digit, buyer numbers are 4 digit. So 4000, 1000, 3000, who is stopping them? There are so many aggressive buyers here. Who is stopping them? Obviously there are limiters. Okay, so this is one way. Once you are acquainted with the color codes and observe this, you can easily plot this. And these weeks are basically like forces that are resistance, right? But this candle kind of, here the color of candle have no meaning. I mean, no, not much meaning, because as you know, right, it's basically the pressure that decides. And if you see the candle, right, I have a lot of statistics on top of this. You can see the sell volume is very low here, right? The market sellers are 14,000, but buyings are 25,000. It's almost like 10,000 more, right? But still they couldn't able to push it. That means sellers are kind of stopping it. So now where do you enter? You observe that rejection happened here. You see 1000, 130, then suddenly you see the market goes down. Somewhere here you will put your trade, because you saw like yellow line below. Some people are entering maybe 1000. When this 1000 happens, you put your put trade. Okay, till what time you should wait? Because you see there was a low here, so obviously it will try to touch this, because it's basically that is the formula, right? You go for stop loss hunts. So again market will try to grab the liquidity. In this kind of situation where there is no clear direction in first 1 or 2 hour, market will do back and forth, and usually that setup is nothing but your Bollinger Band setup. Top and bottom of Bollinger Band, it will keep touching. I don't have a Bollinger Band right now, but if you put a Bollinger Band, that is what will happen. So it's purely on price action and VOLFLOW volumes I am giving you the trades. Right now, till what time you'll see? We'll obviously touch till this area, right? And you'll get out after this. Get out in the sense when you see there is a yellow block formed. So these yellow lines are instantaneously formed. This yellow marks, they're basically the high volume areas. So you see 3000 people are here and somehow the price is closed up. So somewhere here you'll get out after this candle form. So that is where you take a put trade. So you took a put trade somewhere here, maybe somewhere here, just 24,000, right? And you wait till here, this somewhere here, right? So that's how you scalp, right? But again, you'll again observe buying. If you're a risky guy, you can take a buy trade here and again get out here like a scalper, right? But if you're in mood, there are people that they have a trading plan, right? Only I look for put because the market is in bear condition. There is a US tariff war is going on. All these things are happening. So you'll never be into a mood of trading, call today, right? So obviously you look for put trades as a safety trader, right? So what you'll do, again you'll wait, you'll see what is happening in the market. Market is gone up to this level. Why this level? Because it has liquidity here. Simple question, right? See this guy, 2000 people have entered, group of cluster. Now see all the colorful codes are there, right? Market push back, you see red zone started, red people have started entering, 1500, 1300. You again take a put here at this candle. Okay, this candle closes here, right? And I think it goes, sorry, I think it closes here somewhere. It goes up and then it comes down, right? I mean, whatever may be the formation, basically what I'm trying to say is already there was a rejection in this candle, right? So imagine the candle opens here, goes up, and then sells enter. That's how the ideal formation is. You enter here again, simple, right? And where to exit? Again at the low, maybe till the candle closes. And the beauty of the candle close is this is the seller stick candle I probably opened. So 100 transactions on the seller side, it will wait. You can see that from this top. The seller has 100. Here it is 100. So it will keep happening. So you'll keep this number, right? So if let's say it is 30. So there is chance of 70 transactions happen in the seller side. So that is how the prediction will work. So where it will close, right? So easily I will exit here when I saw a big number here. Big number is what? 3000. See the 5000. This is your exit point. Because see 3000, 5000, so many sellers are entering, but there is a pushback. So I'm a safety guy. I'll exit here. I'll not I'll not wait for anymore, right? So this is how it works. I mean, I explained the difficult trading scenes. I mean, difficult in the sense that there's not much clear in first 1 hour, I guess, in 10-15, up to 10-15. But eventually you'll see how that works, right? And why you will exit here? Remember this: good number of quantity you saw today. There is no 15,000, 10,000 quantity. People are just reluctant to put. Even they don't know if the buyer enters with a good quantity, right? So these people are just entering like 3,000, 5,000, that kind of quantity. But that is also a good quantity looking at the today's market volume, right? So if there is a good quantity and there is a rejection, that means some people are making these zones. And you never should believe in a hypothetical zone. This is how you form the zone, right? When you say zone trading, some people give labels and all. The no labels is valid. Nobody can stop you from drawing a virtual line and label, but provided these kind of situation occurs where a lot of sellers, red zones, are getting trapped. So again, right, you saw the bounce back. What happened here? The green side started pushing. Some sellers here entered, but they're not good enough. Like, if I see a 5,000 quantity, 6,000 quantity here, I would not have taken a call trade. But again, I would not advise you to take it. If you're a risky player, you might have observed this kind of scenario, you would have taken a call trade, but I would never take a call trade. I would rather wait to again get a rejection from the buyer side. So what happened? Where is the rejection? Obviously this is the zone where a lot of volume previously happened. So buyer will pull the market till here. And what happens here? Let's see. 1500. 2400. This is a good number, right? Then 1700, yellow line. So anything, when you see a red line forming below yellow line, that's a simple strategy, right? That's a rejection. Sellers have entered, you entered your trade. Or somehow you can see this candle is so big, this candle is so small, but they are all restricted to seller stick. Means this candle also says that I have 100 seller transactions. This candle also says I have 100, but why this candle is so small? They are trying to grab liquidity. They are passing time. This is a passing time, the range is too small compared to the previous one. So it's a, you can wait, let it do the stuff what he wants to do. Now what is happening? Break. I was explaining some guy in the morning, like this candle you should only consider breakouts. Candle broke, obviously it will go down, go down, go down. So you can keep waiting, right? You can keep waiting. It broke low also. High chance that it will broke the low because it has already broke it. There is no significant zone. So see what happened. Okay, it completely broke. So one way is basically you can enter the trade when you see this cluster, right? And do not get afraid. I want to explain a concept here, right? Do not get afraid by the spikes, because it will just go for grabbing some liquidity. Some silly fellows will put some limit orders here, let's say 30 lots, 180 lots. So why this guy who has got buying order of 180 got executed? Because some guy has a limit sell order of 30 lots. 30 lots is nothing in future, right? This is a silly fellow, a retail trader who has bought put this volume. So you should not be afraid, because there is no significant buying happening. So this retracement, you should put your market orders up, put, right? So this is just I am explaining from the future chart, but again I can explain you from the options chart as well. But let's now see where do you stop. So one stop is some guy who has captured that point. He can easily get out at this volume. This is a good zone. You see lot of red people. Okay, a lot of red people have entered. Now you got a liquidity to trap these people. So what will happen? You should exit, because any time you saw some green happening, some rejections happening, you just get out, because you are continued from the top as a put buyer, right? So now what is happening? You still wait the drama. What is happening here, right? Again, it's forming a range, but that range is not good enough to again go back and retest the drop, right? The sellers have again come along and put another zone here. So this is some guy, fresh guy who wants to re-enter a put trade. This is again a zone. How do you confirm that? You see rejection, 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 rejections, and already I told the concept. I'm just giving a high level view. If you want to deeply understand, I can still explain, but I don't want to make the video. I want to make it under 20 minutes. Some people have requested, so that's the reason I am giving this. But there are much more concepts in the strategies you can build, but all strategies are based around this same logic what I explained, right? You just see who is entering with what quantity, right? And already I gave you a formula where you can track how many buyers or how many sellers are there by this number, right? Like ticks, transactions happening on the seller side. Like look at this, equal transaction, right? Little heavy sellers, 7,000, little less buyers. That means there is no significant move, but rejection is there. So somehow people are there. Now I want one more rejection at this point. One more rejection, see what happened. I'll now directly enter here, see what happened. Again it came back, retested. Okay, so look at this, what happens. Again similar. Okay, so here it is just like not a very what do you say, not too many people are there to push the market. There's some silly fellows are driving the market, like maybe retailers like us. Not significant people are not taking interest. So already the move what you have done is gone, right? Now maybe they'll do a buying maybe towards the end, but not selling. Not heavy selling is not happening. So even though heavy selling is not happening, silly people, because buyers are not participating, so they are enjoying their moves, right? They're enjoying this. Now see some magic. Okay, now let's see some magic. This is the beauty. You see why you should exit all your put trades and never ever put a put trade. See this, what happened. 16,000. So some good buyer, good seller, who thought of I'll put a big quantity and put the market, got trapped. So what happened? Today's selling game has over. It's 11 o'clock in the morning, right? And these people, maybe the Indian DIIs, have thought of, let's buy some future. This is where you should exit all your quantity, because a big number, again it got bounced. How it's possible that sometimes somebody is doing this bounce back, right? That's how it is. So what do? You see good cluster happening here. These people are not able to cross it, so that's your again buying. So you can do it a good buying. This was the screenshot I was sharing to the people how today buying happened. So if you want to buy, you can do a buy. Till what time you have to wait? Either if you're a scalper, you take a when you see this kind of rejection, you exit, or you can see there is a zone already. This was the zone. You see a good number of people getting trapped, right? Good number of people means like this, a cluster, this kind of cluster formed, and the people exited. This red started, you exit here. Okay. All right, so this is where, I mean, if you have taken a buy trade, this is where the place, because the low of the candle is rejected, right? This low is rejected, so it's a good point, you can exit. So the pattern what I have selected, right, seller ticks. So this candle always works with breakouts. Okay, if you see somebody is rejecting, you should simply get out. Not even, you should not wait up to this. If you have experienced, right, this, look at this, right, this is a good volume. So obviously if price is going down, this means buyer have exited. Simple, it's as simple as that. Or even at this place also, you see series of trades, price trade got rejected, right? A smart trader who will be looking at this, he'll straight exit at this point. He'll not wait to this point is actually for new seller entry, right? Basically put buy. So this is how it works. In short I explained, but there are many more other concepts I can explain. If you feel this product is worth for your trading style, it will improve your trading. I mean, it can improve in many ways. Okay, I have a webinar for psychology, how this can help your psychology and order management, that nobody talks about. Nobody talks about psychology, nobody talks about what do you call, position sizing. So that also you can, and I can give you a brief simple example. Okay, imagine you are a buyer, right, conservative buyer. Here we'll put a one lot. Okay, simple, I'm telling you. It goes here, you are still waiting. You see it started rejecting. Some people are telling, I'll put 10 lots here, I mean one lot here, 10 lots, call buying here. Okay, I'll wait here, I'll exit 8 lots, 2 lots I'm leaving. Okay, still waiting, because it's a heavy buying candle, right? This again, it came back to here. Why is it coming back to here? Because it wants, there are limit orders here, that's the reason it's coming back. So I saw here I saw again green, I'll put again 5-10 lots here, right? Where I'll exit my new 5 lots and 2 old lots, 7 lots I'll exit here. So this is how the position sizing you can plan. This is just an idea I have given. If you want to learn more, let me know. If you feel this product is worth exploring, obviously you can connect. The pricing of the product is starting price is 7,000, where 5,000 is straight away going for the data, but we don't have control on that, but eventually we'll plan to do that. But right now that's the case. So this video is all about English, English guys who can understand English, but I'll have one more video for Hindi guys. Okay, thank you guys.